recorded almost the entire interview, and then we realized that there was a technical problem, and all the
Yeah.
material was lost. So, in a way, it is like we have to do this all over again.
It was just not meant to be that time.
It's not new for you, yes? This feeling of being so close and not achieving stuff. It has happened to you in your chess
So now you can
career.
relate, yeah?
Yes, I mean, in a way, I was thinking about it, that when this thing we recorded and we saved it, but it still didn't get saved because of the technical glitch, you were very calm. It's as if you have been through this situation before in your life. Yes, and I think that was between the period when you were 15 or so.
Yeah, when I was like 14, 15, I had a rating about like 2500 almost, and I was very close to GM norms many times, but I was not very emotionally strong, and that was one of the problems. So every time there used to be a tournament where I need to score a win, let's say in the decisive game, or I used to make a draw, and despite having like 2 pawns up, some ridiculously winning position, something like this, and I used to make a draw, and then I would be very upset after this, and this kept happening once, twice, thrice, and then it became a pattern and just used to happen without I knew that this will happen, something like this, and then I'll in a row something like 10, 12 times something like this happened.
You missed your GM norm for 10, 12 times, yeah?
Yes, I don't know the exact number, but it happened so often that I was like very angry about it.
So you reached the rating of nearly 2500 when you were 14 or 15.
Yeah, I think when I was 15 I was already 2500, but when I was 14 I was like something close to it, I think. Yeah, something like this.
And then to become a GM,
it took me 3 years to become GM. Yeah, I think I was even 25 or something like this, but GM norm was just eluding me, and then finally I got rid of this issue, and when I was like 18. Yeah, I think with age I got this maturity, and also with experience I grew up, I can say, and that helped me to overcome my problems.
Do you think that these 3 years, which actually look really tough from the outside, molded you into the person that you are right now?
Honestly, the thing is, okay, for an outside, okay, it's GM norm, yeah, it's not a big deal, but when you yourself are there, you're so emotionally involved that it spoils your perspective on how you look at the things, yeah, and too much emotional attachment to it and something like this, like it's not useful, I feel. In any case, I think too much when you're too emotionally involved, it you lose your sense of objectivity in it, and that's what was happening to me. I was too involved and I was panicking sometimes, and yeah, I think with age I got the wisdom for this specific case. Not saying I'm very wise now, but yeah.
And when you were going through this tough period in your life, and you were doing very well academically, you scored 92% in 10th standard.
Yeah.
And then also well in your 12th examination. Did the thought ever cross your mind that let's quit chess?
Well, when I used to lose, I used to say, okay, I don't want to play, मुझे नहीं खेलना अब, something like this. And this happened like even recently when in World Teams I was 26-99 and I made string of draws, something like this. And then I told my friend Erwin Lamy in a moment of frustration, okay, I'm quitting chess, yeah, this is enough. So this is okay, this was like what to say, impulsive reaction that time, and after 10 minutes I realized that how stupid it was to say something like this. So it was never a real thought. I say that I would have said that I'll quit it, but it was never a real, like I sat on it, like I think about it, I spoke to people about it. It was never like this. It was just impulsive reaction when I said, and I knew that okay, with chess I'm really enjoying it most of the time, man. So it was never really an option to go into studies, although my mom insisted. My dad was very cool about it, and they both were very supportive in general.
Talking about your mom and dad, I think they have played a big role in what you are right now. Yes, I saw that when you used to lose your games when you were young, you would be inconsolable. Yeah, you would be crying and you would be, no one could come near you at that time. But your mother was very calm and somehow I guess she played a very big role in your development.
Yes, I remember that my friend Adiban tells me that he was so scared to talk to me after I lost the game or something like this, and he thought that I'll never become a good player because of this attitude of mine.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that, yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of embarrassing the way I used to act. But the thing was, I was very, I took it so personally, every loss. So, and I was a child, yeah, I was not grown up. And as a child, of course, you make some stupid decisions, and this was mine to not control my emotions well after losing a game or something like this. And my mom, of course, she used to come to tournaments, and she knew, she's a doctor, and she knows as like how what a child needs, or sometimes what problems he has, and she psychologically understood me very well. And not only that, she is a doctor, and she stopped practicing, and she used to come to tournaments. And my sister, who was very young that time, she also used to accompany bunk school.
Yes.
So, and my father used to manage everything at home. And this was like, I had a great family support. I think without them, this would not have been possible at all.
So you mean to say that mentally you were very stable from the support, family support point of view?
Yes, I mean, for example, your friend would say, let's say if your friend, like, or anyone who would say, ki, how is he acting? I mean, something like this. But your parents know that why it is like this, and how should I take it? I mean, how should I handle it? Not only that, in general also they were so supportive. They were always, they never forced me to do anything. If I said, okay, I'll stop playing chess, they'll be like, okay, do what you like to do. So I had such great moral support from them, and they always did everything they could for my chess career. So I'm really grateful for it.
Yeah, as you said, a lot of people felt, even Adiban said that this attitude would impede your progress.
Yeah, he thought I'll never become a chess player. He was very firm in this opinion back then.
But do you think in all of this negativity about your behavior, there was something positive, the will to win, and something which is seen in great champions like Kasparov, that you really hate losing so much that you can't stand it?
Yeah, I cannot stand. I remember recently there was my friend, like school friend. He was asked some question, and then he told a story which I didn't even remember. He said that when we were in 6th, 7th grade in school, we used to play cricket, and that time when I got out, I was so angry that I was like so frustrated, that the same kind of frustration. Like I didn't cry or anything, but I was like very frustrated or angry after getting out. So this was just my personality back then, and somehow I guess it helped me to work or something like this. I hope so. It was useful in some, but at least now I know. I have learned from it, and now I try not to act like that anymore.
Yes, now you do fear losing, but
fear? No, I don't fear losing. No.
You don't fear, yes?
No. Why should I fear losing?
Well, I thought the behavior which is like...
I don't like losing. That's the difference. I don't fear losing. I don't like it.
You don't like to lose, but you don't fear losing.
Okay, I mean, if you play 1,000 games, of course you're going to lose a few, yeah? You have to be mentally prepared for it. And every player loses. Just it's about also like, for example, Carlsen. If he loses a game, the way he acts on it, he wins the other games, and he has such great mental strength, which is really admirable. So how you react to losses is now important. That's what I've learned.
Coming back to your friend, I think Adiban has made some statements which are very important in your chess career. In a way, he said that you were like the immovable object, yeah, one who couldn't, because you hardly used to lose. I think there was a year when you didn't lose a game at all, almost, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. It must have happened. Yeah.
And now he says that you are also the unstoppable
No,
force.
no. He doesn't say this. He said it just jokingly once, but I must add that Adiban, he loves such quotes, and he's a big fan of such movies, some action hero movies and something like this. So he's always full of such inspiring things. But yeah, he once jokingly said that okay, with this performance of mine, recent performance, he said I am the unstoppable force. But then he said it was joke, and someone in the comment section on ChessBase India wrote that I'm unstoppable force. He didn't like it because
it means that he didn't like that Vidit is the unstoppable
yeah,
force.
because he used to attach unstoppable force to him and immovable object to me.
Okay.
So this was his term, and he said, okay, there's no exchanging here.
Yes, but in general, we come to the point that you have started scoring more wins against the elite 2600 plus opponents now.
Yeah, recently I had good performances, but of course they are nothing if you don't keep working on it. But yeah, I'm very happy that I was able to cross this 2700 barrier and play good tournaments in World Cup. Not only good results, but the games were also good. That I'm very happy about.
With it, coming to your daily routine, apart from chess, what else do you do? How do you relax, unwind, and what are your hobbies?
I during tournaments, if there is an opportunity to play any sports, I like to do it. I was playing badminton in Asian. It's funny that my friends, they still tease me because I had an old email ID which was Vidit_sports, and they always tease me by it. And yeah, but I really like sports. I used to play basketball, cricket, football. Football I'm really bad at, but other games I'm reasonable. And apart from that, after tournaments, I just like to relax when I'm at home because there's such a long journey, and then I just keep watching TV shows, movies, let's say. But I'm not such an avid follower of movies. But yeah, TV shows I'm kind of addicted to sometimes. But after 2 days, I just stop it because I get bored of it.
Which are the shows that you like the most?
Many. Like I like comedy sitcoms. Everyone likes Friends, let's say, and then there's Big Bang Theory, and I like Sherlock because of the mystery and the suspense, and House because of the sarcastic comedy, yeah, and some stuff like this.
Yeah, you have this humorous taste, and you like some kind of fun sort of.
Are you trying to say I'm a fun person? Okay, I will not. Complain about it if you're trying to say that.
I'm just trying to say that, but the problem is not the problem, but the thing is, what you're reading now is very surprising. You are reading Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
How did you decide to read this?
Well, I had no knowledge about it. First of all, like I had very little knowledge about it, and as a child, I used to watch on TV Mahabharata or some this show. But apart from that, I had no knowledge, and so just it happened that I started reading about it, and then I got so involved in it that there is some wisdom in it which I really like, and I like where there is like this such deep meanings, and I think that in our past our ancestors knew some stuff. Basically, it is in Bhagavad Gita. Why I feel that it's relatable even now, it's because of human nature. Everything changed, technology, everything, but it speaks about human nature, which is still the same. So that's why I'm reading.
So while reading it, do you try to connect it to chess?
Just in life, not just chess. Just in life.
And any specific thing that you think has made a deep impact on you? Any quote or?
Well, I just read it now, last week, so I don't know how much impact it has. I think in the next ChessBase India show I can answer this very well.
So you would apply it in your next few months or days to come?
If I'm wise enough to understand, yes.
Okay, Vidit, you reading books is one of your biggest passions, I would say. And now that you are reading other sort of books, but earlier when you were young, you read a lot of chess books. I would see you when we were traveling together. You would be sitting in a corner in the train reading books. How did this develop in you, this habit?
Yeah, when I was a child, I had a coach, Sunil Sharma sir, and he was a big chess fan, and he still is. He is still following chess and working on chess, and he used to give me a lot of books at home to read, and he had a very good collection. So I was very lucky, and he managed to instill this habit in me. For example, first once he gave me combinations book, which was not really inspiring, but I used to try to solve, and I used to get frustrated. Then my mom used to bribe me, I'll give you chocolate if you solve it. I was like 6 years, 7 years, whatever. And then, but okay, once I solved one, I got the confidence, and after that, okay, this is fun. And just I like reading stories in general.
And these books you used to read without a chessboard, there were some analysis, deep analysis going in there. You used to visualize stuff, yes?
Yes, I used to like to. I mean, I used to read it blindfolded. Like sometimes I used to put it on board, but most of the times it was blindfolded, and it was, I think, useful in some sense. It helps you to improve calculation. For example, if you're checking some variation which is quite few moves deep, it helps you imagine, and this thing helps you when you're actually playing a game and calculating few moves ahead. This imagination, it helps.
So, how would you say that a student should develop this process of visualization? Because I see this blindfold thinking ability to be not so well developed in players.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so easy to get this. How did you develop it?
Well, I used to read, maybe that helped, and also I remember one incident when I was with Sharma sir. There was a huge camp, something like this, like all these young kids. We were there, and he asked me like, okay, everyone close their eyes, something like this, and he had this demonstration board. So who can tell all the squares on H1 8 diagonal, something like this, or A1 H8 diagonal, and we had to raise our hands, and then I used to always say it like the fastest immediately. So yeah, some competitions like this, it inspired me, I think, and it was like my coaches helped me maybe in childhood to instill this habit in me to do blindfold stuff.
So you said about one of your coaches, but there were many more who helped you to become the player you are today.
Yes, I'm afraid that I'll miss out on few names, but that is not intentional. But yeah, like when I was very young, Kapadnis sir, he taught me the basics of chess. Then Bhagavad sir, he used to show me various end games, and and then there was Prakash Dada, who used to come at my house, and he taught me the importance of discipline, because he used to come in the morning, let's say 6 a.m. And I think one day or something like this, initially I was ready, but I had not set up the board and pieces, and everything was not ready. Then he told me that this is not how it's supposed to be. Then every single day after that, I was always ready like 10 minutes before he comes. And even like when my coaches used to call me at 5 a.m. or something like this, because I was in school, yeah, and this was the time I used to get, so I used to readily go. So this discipline in my childhood years, this was important. This helped me, and in national, I won my first national in under 11 category. It was in Nagpur, and that time I worked for a few days with Anup Deshmukh sir, who is like a great fan of chess. And I remember in that tournament I lost a game, and I started very badly, 2.5 out of 4 or something. But I won all the games, and on the last day, Anup sir came to me and showed me the book, his diary, and he said that on that day where I lost, he said that okay, Vidit is going to win this national championship. So this faith of him in me, which was very inspiring for me. Then I had a mentor and coach like Abhijit Kunte, Raghunandan sir from Mumbai. So I got knowledge from all these people, which was very beneficial for me. And then
and you had some foreign coaches as well.
Yes, I was lucky when I won national championship. I got this SAI scholarship from which I could get foreign coaching. And Alon sir, who was not only a coach but a great guardian, he understood. Alon Greenfield sir, yes, he understood my unstable emotional nature when I was young, and he was just like a very good guardian who used to console me as well that time, and not just chess support, emotionally he also helped me. So that was very nice. And then when I was about to become GM, I worked with Vladimirov sir and Jakob. I just am in good terms with him. So many people have contributed, and I'm really very grateful to all of them. Like if you just remove one, it's like this Jenga game, yeah. If you just remove one thing, everything collapses.
Right.
So it is something like this. So it was a big collective effort, and I'm really grateful to all of them.
So you are a carefully crafted piece. They are unique in nature. Everyone put their touch on you. But I guess it all really depends on yourself as well. Your willpower.
Of course, yeah. I'm like the bottom piece, I think, of the Jenga. There's no chance of removing that. Yes.
So with it, all these coaches contributed a lot to your development. But then came another person who is not your coach, but you could say a person with whom you are working right now, Anish Giri.
Working, or well, we worked on couple of occasions, but he's a good friend, and from him I got to learn a lot of things, and definitely it was very useful in the last 2 years, and I'm thankful for it. And especially he's of my age, so we can speak of many topics, and I'm sure he told you many stories, anecdotes about it already.
No, when I interviewed him in the World Cup, I said, how has the association with you helped Vidit in chess? And he said, no, chess is a side subject. I have helped him in his personal life.
Yeah, as you can see, the impact was huge.
So if you had to pin down on one quality that you learnt a lot from Anish, what would that be?
His love for the game. He's so passionate. I mean, like for fun, people watch movies, TV shows. He also does it. But I remember speaking to him, and he said, "Okay, I was just relaxing. I was just lying down, relaxing." And then I said, "Okay, what?" Like he said, I was relaxing, and I was on YouTube. And I asked him what he was doing. He was watching some chess video. So that's relaxation for him. So, and he's a very avid follower of ChessBase India, as you know.
Yes, I was very surprised that he sees all the videos of little Pragnananda, Nihal.
Not just sees, he also imitates them.
He remembers and imitates them, yes. How does he find time for so
multi-talented?
much? Yeah, I mean, as you rightly pointed out some time ago, he is a father.
Yeah, he's a father, and he got married, and he's of my same age, and he's like many people who complain about free time. Like they don't have free time, but looking at him, he's still doing so well, and he has so many responsibilities. Still, he's finding out time, and he works, I think, more than people who are not, having so many responsibilities.
Yeah, very inspiring.
Yes, from him, yeah.
And when I was at the World Cup, I saw you guys, you, Anish, Erwin, sitting together, having a nice time. Very nice bonding. It's like some kind of a family for you over there.
Yeah, I mean, Erwin is a great guy. He's absolutely fantastic. I mean, like not just I'm saying not because I like.
Not because he's going to see the video.
But yeah, in general also he's such a positive guy, and I really like to. I mean, it's always nice to have such a positive influence, and I'm glad that we are. I'm able to be with them, and
Okay, and with it, so you are now 27-20 on the ELO scale. Does it sometimes surprise you when you see this, that you have moved ahead of players like Gelfand or say Eliano? I mean, these all players who have been kind of legendary players in the game of chess.
For sure, Gelfand. I mean, I even watched his documentary, and it was very nice. But I'm not surprised. Because I mean, as a personal player, I have my own ambitions. Yeah, I respect them, of course. Every player, they have achieved so much, but I feel that I have potential for more. And at some point, you have to pass them to be,
Yes.
Yeah, you have to pass them. So I'm not surprised there.
So this 27-20 ELO, you don't think is inflated or something like this? You think you can still with this level of play that you currently have reach higher?
I have to improve, of course. Improvement never stops, and also Magnus says always that he still has a lot to learn, and I know what he means because every tournament you learn something. Chess is so rich, and then okay, I have to work on it. I have to work really hard, but yeah, I think I'm capable of doing if I do all the things right.
Yeah, talking about Magnus, you played recently against him at Isle of Man.
We already made a report on it, didn't we?
Yes, I asked you a lot of questions. But this game kind of changed your perception towards things in general, or not really?
No. It was good. The result was good, but it was just a game. Yeah, it was not like a lifetime moment. Yeah. It was just a game, and I've played with him before as well, so it was just a normal thing for me.
Do you regret giving him a draw so easily, and next time you'll make him suffer more?
If I get a chance, yes, of course, why not? But I must say that during the game, I didn't realize that I was better at all. Because even when I spoke to him, I thought, okay, this is fine, and I didn't think it was like better.
Okay, so Vidit, an important question for you. With your current level of play, you are definitely trying to improve now. And what are your goals in the next few years now? 2 years, let's say.
Next 2 years. Well, the cliched answer is that work hard, gain rating, which is true. But in recent times, so in World Cup, Isle of Man, I realized there are few things which I need to work on and pass many more legendary players. Yeah, that's the aim.
Okay, and you have some aims apart from chess as well. You would like to start your own website, viditgujrathi.com.
Yeah, it's already there, but it's not updated, and I'm now reconstructing it. And on the website, I'll be writing a blog, which is quite regular. It will be quite regular, and it will not be only about chess analysis. It will also have personal stories. It will be like some kind of a diary and mixture of chess articles, something like this, which whenever I get free time I would like to do.
We are looking forward to that with great interest.
Me too.
And with it, it's very important for you at this point of time to play in super tournaments, to play against world class opponents. But the opportunities, do you think, are lacking for players like you?
The competition is very high, I must say, but yeah, I mean, if there are not many tournaments where I play against top players, and I'm really craving to get this feel of playing in a top tournament and play against the best, because recently I feel that I've been not only holding my own against them, but also putting them under pressure. Yeah, so I feel that if I get more opportunity, I'll improve as a player, and then I can show the best, because Swiss tournaments are completely different than close tournaments and matches. And I feel in Swiss sometimes you have to, it's not the guy who is like the most strongest, or let's say something like this. There are also other factors which come into the game, which makes it a bit random sometimes. And not every tournament I've played so many Swiss Opens that I want to play more closed events and more one-on-one matches if possible.
Right, so all the organizers of super tournaments who are listening to this, you need to invite this guy to your tournament, yes? With it, to end this conversation of ours, I have a very simple question for you. Do you aim to become the world champion in chess?
Yes. And I'll keep it simple as the question. I'll keep the answer simple as the question, yes.
It's just a yes, yeah, nothing attached. You have this ambition and...
Well, of course I'll need to work tremendously hard, but I believe that if I do all the things right, it is possible. But it's not easy, of course. It's going to be very, very tough. But if I do all the things right, it is possible.
Well, and that would be a great day for chess in India if that happens. A boy
but
from...
I'm not thinking about it right now, I must say.
Yes, but at least the fact that you have this ambition at some point to become a world champion, and let's say a guy from India doing this again after Vichy.
Honestly, world champion is just a title. it's a great title. It's one of the best titles. But I feel if there's some point where I become world's greatest, like strongest player, at that point, that will be also be like it'll also be very meaningful for me to be the strongest player.
That means that you would be the highest rated player, yes?
Yeah, or
Strongest.
also like that Carlsen, for example, now he has such domination period, and Kasparov, he had this domination period, something like this. Because I feel this world championship cycle is a little bit random. But yeah, of course, if I'm the strongest player, I think my odds increase to become world champion.
Well, we wish you all the best on this journey and good luck for your future events that you will be playing.
Thank you very much.